Hey everyone, it's me, Nick, again. So it's come to this. Now, I remember back in 2015, I think it was around like 2015, yeah, I think so. So I've been starting to draw Thomas, and I really had a blast making this. I drew a lot of pictures, and it was quite an adventure. So I'm here to show to you all. So I'm going to show you my recent my Thomas pictures. So they are Thomas pictures, but they're probably not quite the Thomas you were expecting. They're squares. That would have been better if my camera was. Oh my God, it sucks. Yeah, so those are the pictures. But before that, I'm gonna show you all the good pictures. If I get them out, yeah. So these are my pictures that I did not too long ago. Probably because when I retired from drawing those kind of designs. So we're gonna start with the easy sample one. So here we got Thomas pulling Annie and Clarabelle. Probably one of my favorites. And then we have James pulling passenger coaches. They don't seem to be coupled up properly. Kind of look like they're coupled up properly. It's just this. Kind of weird. Alright. Then we have Percy pulling the mail. They don't even have couplers. Yeah, just Percy. Yeah, these were pretty good to draw. Probably my favorite. And I just went through an adventure, just drawing random stuff with my new format stuff. And just probably some sort of custom movie trailers. There we go. Camera never focuses. Okay. Now, I know you may have seen this on my community tab. I just watched the episode True Blue Teamwork on the Meal-on-Toon channel. I watched it on the Meal-on-Toon the Hall's Holiday Bash. I think that is. Yeah. And when I watched it, I decided to draw a picture of it. And this was it. It's the greatest masterpiece ever. True Blue Teamwork. I would eventually just write it in season 2. But yeah. Here we have the True Blue team. We got Thomas, Tracy, Tilly, and Casey Jr. Probably one of my favorites. Okay, now we get into this one. Here we got Thomas pulling boxcars. Probably another one of my favorites. And this, I tried to draw Thomas's True Blue friends again, but screwed up in a few things, etc. Yeah. Now, these are just some sort of printed out pictures, real life pictures, but I edited them by coloring or drawing them. Yeah, this was just by Thomas and Friends Mashems. Most of them were from the second series. And just to be clear, I got a lot of Jameses. And for this picture, yeah, I gave Toby a bell. These trucks have faces and James standing on the top. Now I do not own a Lightning McQueen Mash'em, so I just had to use the Busy Books one. And Sir Topham had suspicious face on it. Oh, and just to be clear, these are just the faces. The familiar faces thing. Okay, that's enough of that. Now, let's start with the ones I drew in 2015. So, I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, I got two more. So, here we got Green James from the Being Repainted Learning segment. It's a pretty cool picture I did. Where's the other one? And Red Thomas. It's pretty nice. Okay, now we're moving on to the moment you have been waiting for. It's now time to do the pictures that I started in 2015. You see how everything began when I drew them. When I drew Thomas the Tank Engine. And just to be clear, I just had a lot of fun drawing these. Alright, here's the first one. Yep, it's just Thomas. Except now he has 8 wheels. Next we have Percy pulling the mailed cars. Yeah, those are the mail cars. Yep, here's Percy again. James. That is, I think I was trying to draw James again. I tried to draw parts of Thomas. I just gave him a lot of wheels. Yeah. Now, this is just a random scene that I drew from Thomas the Quarry Engine. Now, it's a lot of scribbles. Then, here's this one. Now, apparently, the first video that I watched on the Melantoon channel was the music video We Make a Team Together from Sodor's Legend of the Lost Treasure. And I saw all the characters that I never seen in a crossover like this. And that's what made me draw this. I drew some of the characters. This is what they look like in my drawing. Of course, now they look like this in 2023 in my drawing. Here's another one that I drew in better shape. Now they look a bit smaller and there's no track. And I gave some extra ones, some extra engines. Okay. Here's the next group. I don't know that that was some sort of purple when I drew James. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be James. He just doesn't have his tender. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be Molly. And Percy, we got Thomas and Charlie. Yeah, I think that's James again. Yeah, I think that's James. And I just drew the buttons from the sound book right along with Thomas. And mind you, that does look like some sort of a Mario work pipe. On to the next book. Yep, I drew Thomas's front view. Yep, I just drew Thomas and Percy. I think that's supposed to be Edward. Hold on. Yeah, I think that's Edward. And was I trying to draw James or someone else? Drew Thomas again. Thomas now has buffers. Edward, Henry. It's a weird looking side spread of Edward. Yup. And just to be clear, I really think Edward and Henry need more respect. Don't you agree? Yeah. I drew Thomas and Diesel. I don't know why I put that on Diesel. And Thomas has a lamp on his smokestack. On his smoke box. Okay, this is our next engine. It's supposed to be a yellow engine. That's supposed to be Edward. There's Thomas. Is that Neville? Origins James from The Adventure Begins. Classic James. I don't know which engine I drew. I think that's supposed to be Sir Handel because of that number 3. Yep. This Toby. And I don't know, it has 81. I think I mixed up the number when I drew original Thomas from The Adventure Begins. Okay. I think it was supposed to be a Curious Cargo on the back side. Thomas again. Edward and Henry again. Gordon Spencer. Just some sort of a different engine. There's Thomas, Percy, and James. I think that's Timothy the Ghost engine. You have Thomas, Edward, Henry, Gordon, James, Percy, Toby, Duck, Donald, and Douglas. Yeah, I drew a lot of characters the same way. And that's Henry, Rosie, Edward, James, and Thomas. And I think that's it. Alright, here's our last book. Yeah, I drew some pictures of scenes. A lot of empty pages. Okay. I think this is supposed to be a lot. Alright, we got Thomas, Edward, Henry, Gordon, James, Percy, Toby, Diesel, I think, Rosie, Salty, Scruff, I think that is. I think that's Carnival Thomas. Streamline Thomas, Streamline Gordon, Victor, Kevin, I think that's the Troublesome Chuck, Cranky, pretty much how to squeeze him in, and I think that's Sir Toppleton. I think this is, I just drew some pictures of scenes from the Great Discovery Learning segment, Thomas's Puzzle Parts. I think this is a picture of Thomas modifying himself to his 1942 self. I don't know what I drew there. Yeah, I think that's it. Those are all of my Thomas pictures that I did in 2015, or maybe through 2017.